My name is Michael McKennett. I'm the head of office for Catholic Relief Services in Moldova. Trafficking is, especially in origin countries, is changing all the time. In the trafficking world, for sexual purposes, more and more women are being trafficked from Eastern Europe than from other countries. Moldova is a unique little country in Eastern Europe. It is an unfortunate situation. Moldova is both what they call an origin country, that is, people are trafficked from Moldova to Europe, Moscow, the Mideast, and it is a destination country now insofar as people are now being trafficked internally, particularly women for sexual purposes, for the sex tourism trade. Moldova now accounts for about 60% of women who are trafficked to Western Europe for sexual purposes. It's a shocking situation because it is such a tiny country among giant countries with 4.5 million people, sandwiched between Ukraine with 60, 70, 80 million, and Romania with 20 or 30 million, and Turkey with 70 or 80 million, and this tiny little country is being devastated by this phenomenon. We focus on prevention in Moldova. We work with employers, and the strategy is to create jobs as a part of a comprehensive program for a woman. We provide a training, it's I guess you'd now say CRS branded training called Training for Sustainable Livelihoods. And the purpose of that training is to help women transition out of poverty to sustainable, durable lives. And it has elements in it, which includes having a job and going to work and learning to manage money and dealing with day-to-day life. But it includes many other things too. It deals with the reality of what it means to be a woman living in poverty, because that's what we're really dealing with. We're really dealing with young women living, in most cases, in extreme poverty. That's a push factor. They feel pushed to go out of the village somewhere to put a life together so that they can have a career, they can have a family, so that they can take care of themselves. The pull factor is Western Europe, Moscow, Istanbul, where there are jobs, where people tell them, not that the streets are paved with gold, but very close to that. And these push-pull factors are maybe fundamental to people choosing to migrate or being willing to listen to migration schemes, labor schemes. And it's when they do that that they become vulnerable to trafficking. So CRS is investing a lot of time, maybe pretty much alone in this right now in Moldova, in rural communities, doing job creation, helping young women understand how to create a life. And one of the major successes of the program CRS has been implementing, and there have been a number in Moldova, is to ally ourselves with local businesses, small and medium businesses, to create jobs, which benefit the employer, benefit the local economy, and provide alternatives to young women who may choose to stay and not take the risk of migration. To try to do work in that environment and to gain the trust of the local community and of the young women and business people themselves has been a huge challenge because they're not used to trusting outsiders. For very good reasons, they're not used to trusting outsiders. And because there's a fundamental belief at play among rural Moldovans that they can do nothing about their situation. And much of what we've had to do is work with them to challenge those beliefs and work through them so that they could conquer those beliefs and actually see that they could make changes in their villages that are good for their families and good for their children.